My name is Matt McGee. I've been a search marketing consultant for 7 years now and a SYNND user for 4+ years, I believe, since its beta days. I work with clients on the local level in helping them to claim, optimize, and build out their local directory profiles, such as Google Places, Google Plus, Yahoo, and Bing Local, Yelp, and the dozens of other citation directories necessary for top rankings in these big four. Additionally, I've consulted on PPC, search engine optimization, content and video distribution, social signals generation, and so on for national and global clients as well, spreading brand awareness for lead generation and other client-specific goals, in other words. SYNND has been a big part of my efforts. To this day, I am still shocked at how few of my colleagues use SYNND for themselves or have even heard that it exists. They're still doing things manually rather than using the type of automation that SYNND delivers, and my results are better and with far less time required. So I continue to try to spread the word, and this is the reason that I decided to share this review of the platform that I use in my daily SEM efforts. Just a few examples of rankings and social buzz success with SYNND. I worked with a medical specialist in Northern California, and he still holds the first page of Google for his market's primary geo-targeted keywords. At the time, I only used SYNND for bookmarking his site pages and blog posts, and that was 3 years ago. Additionally, his service area, I created a Yelp experiment prior to July 20th when I launched my experiment, my syndication campaign, bookmarking campaign of his Yelp profile. He had played around with Yelp's pay-per-click platform. I asked him to pause that, and you can see obviously where I took over. July's impressions, profile views increased a bit, and then August, September exploded. I believe it was middle of September, September 20th. The campaign expired. I wanted to see, I did that on purpose. I wanted to see if the results would reverse themselves, and they obviously did. October essentially stalled out. Another office of his, same results. You can see how the results fell off a cliff once I paused the campaign. Did the same for a client in Nebraska. They had never had their Yelp profile set up. I created my syndication campaign in November. You could see the steady increase of impressions over time. Again, it reversed once I paused that. So it was an interesting experiment for a couple of clients. Those are just a few examples. With the analytics to prove it, it's easy to see when I started and stopped my campaigns, and you could see the huge spike in visitors. Another client who wasn't actually a paying client at the time of this next experiment, I had been following them on Facebook because I admired their alternative health products and wanted to assist. One of their Facebook posts asked their fans to help them to get over the 1,000 likes hurdle. So I reached out. Then at 790 or so likes, I ran a Facebook campaign within SYNND in March of 2012, a little under a year at the time of this video, and once over the 1,000 mark, it snowballed. I stopped my campaign. It took off on its own. They today sit at 2,444 likes, so it's easy to see the power of social proof. Healthier Living for You has done a great job in spreading their brand. Terrific company, awesome products. I've really enjoyed working with them. I've also used SYNND to expand the reach for these clients and many others with their press releases, blog posts, video content, and so on, because the SYNND system supports the top sites that really matter. Again, these are just a few examples, but for me, SYNND is really my weapon of choice for multiplying client rankings, exposure, opt-ins, brand awareness, and it's also a great way to naturally increase the inbound links to their websites. As I mentioned, SYNND's the only tool I use to distribute client content in order to generate the necessary social popularity, since this is becoming rapidly more important. Also, with SYNND's flexible content syndication system, I can deliver engaging client content to key social networks, and it helps to jumpstart significant social recommendations, the votes, the Facebook likes, for example, and the viral expansion of all that content. This really helps the search engines to see that each piece of content is timely and relevant. The exact type of stuff, the exact type of content they want at the top of their search results pages. So it's really delivered solid results for me, my clients, and it has replaced the need for me to try to build an entire team that would attempt to achieve the same results. So brilliant stuff, guys. Thank you so much. Tom, Dan, George, Tim, Joel, everybody else. Looking forward to the new modules that are planned, and I strongly recommend SYNND to anyone wanting to leverage their time and visibility. Thanks very much.